Good morning, everybody. It's Monday. It is the 5th of March, and I will be 34 years old in 2 days. Yeah. I'm doing nothing at all. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Anyway, so I made a video for you guys yesterday that kind of explained what I was going to be doing, kind of a documentary pretty much of my life. Pretty much for me, I want to kind of get it out, but I'm hoping that it can maybe help young girls or anybody out there, girls or boys, that can relate to this, the things that I've been through in my life, because my mom says all the time, I've been through more things than a person should be through in their whole entire life, pretty much. When I was, I'm gonna, really quick, I'm going to do little bits every day of it, because I don't want to do like a 3-hour long freaking video about my life, because there's a lot of ground to cover, a lot of crap to cover. So I'll keep it to like a couple minutes a day. I'll post for you guys while my daughter and stuff is at school. Anyway, it started, or I'm going to start from kind of where all the chaos in my life and stuff started, was when I was 13. I'd say the chaos kind of started when I was like 11 or 12, really. I, grew up with 3 amazing friends. I'm going to leave their names out of it, but 3 amazing girlfriends. And, I was lucky. I grew up in Clearwater, or Dunedin, off of Edgewater, and I had the water right there. I had Dunedin Marina and the park, and there was actually a park right around the corner from my house and stuff, and the Pinellas Trail was right there. And so I had a great childhood, up to that. My dad, my dad was a drunk. I wouldn't say great childhood, but it wasn't bad. My mom tried very hard to make it, as good as it possibly could be. She worked extra jobs. She did everything she could. I remember she used to clean with my aunt on the weekends and stuff, just to try to, especially around Christmas time, just to give us what we needed, get us what we needed. And I didn't realize that at the time, obviously, but I'm being a mom now, I think back to my childhood, and she really busted her ass, trying to give us what we needed. We never wanted for anything. We always had, shoes when we needed it, clothes when we needed it. We were, middle class. I'd say we're middle class, but I shared a room with my little sister, and I have a older half brother, and I'm the oldest of my mom's kids. My dad has a son before he married my mom that is, I'm thinking like, I think he's 8 or 9 years older than me. But anyway, he wasn't really in my childhood too much. He came to stay with us when he had just turned 18 for a couple months, but that was it. But so anyway, I have a little brother and then a littler sister. We're all 3 years apart, so my sister's 6 years younger than me. She lives here with us too, but again, I'm gonna leave names out of this. So anyway, so me and my little sister shared a room and stuff. Anyway, when I was, about 10, I started noticing stuff with my dad. Like I could hear the keys jingle in the door, and I would get scared. I would notice that my heart rate and stuff would go up, and I'd hide under my covers, because my dad would come in and scream and yell, and then he'd go in there and lay hands on my mom, or, that night, maybe he didn't, maybe he just screamed at her, but, my dad abused my mom pretty much, the most of my childhood that I remember, the screaming and the yelling and stuff like that. My mom crying. I remember the voice of my mom crying and stuff, and it breaks your heart when you're a little kid, And I would ask her why, and she would just say that, it was nothing, honey, we were just talking, and that was it. But, so anyway, not much a kid can do about it at that age. So anyway, when I was 13, and I started like drinking and stuff a little low key when I was like 11 or 12. I remember drinking Mad Dog 2020 at the park and puking everywhere, and it was horrible. So anyway, I tried acid back then, I tried ecstasy back then, but drugs, I didn't really, it was like a once or twice thing, and then I just stopped. I didn't do it again. The drinking, I threw up all over the place and myself, and I decided not to do that again either. I did pick up smoking, still am. Okay, so it's pretty much the only bad habit I kept from my childhood. But anyway, so my parents finally got divorced when I was 13 years old. And what I remember about it is going home. We had to go spend the night at my aunt's house, because my dad had 24 hours to go in the house and get his stuff, what he needed, so like essential stuff. This mofo went in there and took half of everything. That bitch took the box spring, left the mattress, took the spoons, left the forks. I mean, he just did what he could to piss my mom off. I do remember that. Took the coffee pot, left the pot, you know. So, it wasn't a pretty divorce, let's just say that. Okay, my mom fought him for, I think, like 8 years or something like that. 7 or 8 years. I don't remember. I have to ask her again, but it was a long time. Anyway, my dad really dragged it on a long time, and it was pretty screwed up that he did that. But in the meantime, we moved in with my grandma for a little while, and we moved to Seminole. We moved to Shipwatch, I'm sorry. We moved to Buena Vista, which is it's down in Seminole, okay, by Seminole Mall, in Florida. I'm in Florida. Okay, so anyway, yep, we moved down there, and that's when the chaos began, and that's when I got pregnant at the age of 15. So anyway, there's the beginning. I'm gonna go for now because we're already at like 6 minutes and it's a long video. So I will post some more tomorrow about how I got pregnant. It's a wild story. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay awesome.